Hey guys, from today's video. So today we have a hypothetical matchup between the former Vice President Joe Biden and President Donald Trump. So this race would be interesting. Biden and Trump attack each other frequently, and Biden just expressed his interest in running for president, and he's basically a possible candidate for the Democratic Party side, and yeah, a lot of Democrats expect him to run for president, and I would like to, I would say that Biden would be a strong candidate. He's a proficient politician, and his skill and experience. He's run for president since like 1988, and he's a senator from the state of Delaware for a very long time, and then he became Obama's VP for 8 years. And his term as Obama's VP would help him a lot. It gives him the ties to African American voters, and it also gives him the ties to those Obama voters and those typical Democratic voters who are enamored of President Obama. So yeah, he definitely gains benefits from being Obama's VP. But now on the Republican Party side, Trump has the incumbency advantage, and his popularity is increasing. The recent poll shows that his approval rating is around 44%, matches Obama's in 2010 and Reagan's in 1982. So anyway, let's start with the electoral map. So those West Coast states would definitely go to Biden. Those West Coast states, and the state of Hawaii would go to Biden. Illinois would go to Biden. Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, and Washington D.C. would definitely go to Biden. New York would go to Biden. Vermont too. But the state of New Hampshire and Maine, I'll leave these two states for now, because in the state of New Hampshire, Trump lost the state of New Hampshire by a very narrow margin in 2016, and in the state of Maine, the race there was close, and Trump carried Maine's second district by double digits. So yeah, actually the second district I would give it to Trump now. And now let's fill those red states that would definitely go to Trump. Yeah, and Nebraska's second district wouldn't be safe for Trump, because the Obama-Biden ticket won that one electoral vote in 2008, and Biden may be able to capture that electoral vote in 2020. But for now, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, and those southern states would definitely go to Trump, and the state of Indiana would go to Trump. West Virginia, South Carolina, Alabama, and Mississippi. And now the state of Georgia. Yeah, you can notice that I left the state of Georgia, and this is because there are a lot of black voters in the state of Georgia, and as I said, Biden has ties to the Obama administration, and he has that appeal to African American voters, so he may be able to flip the state of Georgia, but still, it requires a very strong ties to African American voters to flip for a Democratic candidate to flip the state of Georgia, and President Obama, an African American candidate, didn't even win the state of Georgia, so there's no chance of Biden winning it. And now the state of North Carolina would go to Trump, because it's a pretty conservative area, and although Obama-Biden ticket won that state in 2008, Romney did flip it back, and Trump did win it in 2016. So I don't see it going to Biden with Trump having that incumbency advantage. But the state of Virginia would go to Biden, because, as I said, it requires a candidate who can appeal to more moderate and more educated voters, and the state of Virginia has moved left in recent years, so yeah, Biden would definitely carry the state of Virginia. And the state of New Mexico, Colorado, and Nevada would go to to Biden, because these three states didn't vote for Trump in 2016. They didn't vote for Romney. They didn't vote for McCain. And although in Nevada, Trump's approval is pretty high in that state, Biden would still be able to win that state of Nevada due to Trump's his conservative beliefs and his immigration rhetoric that doesn't sit well with those Hispanic population in Nevada. But Trump would be able to carry the state of Arizona, because it's the state that he won in 2016, and he has incumbency advantage here. And I don't think that Biden can win in Arizona, a state with red identity. So yeah, Trump would carry that state, and he would carry Nebraska's 2nd district because it's a rural area, and it's pretty red for now, so Biden doesn't have that chance. And the state of Iowa would definitely go to Trump because he won that state in 2016, and it's rural area, and we can see that Trump's base in that state is pretty strong. So yeah, it would go to Trump. And the state of Ohio would go to Trump because the state has that red trend, and to be honest, the Democratic Party has lost that momentum in the state of Ohio, in my opinion. Trump won the state by a large margin in 2016, and although in this scenario Biden may be able to call out some Obama voters, the race would only be closer, but Biden wouldn't be able to flip the state. And the state of Florida would go to Trump because I will explain this in my next video. It requires a detailed analysis on whether Florida would flip blue or it will flip red. So yeah, it requires a detailed analysis, but for short explanation, there are a lot of there's an influx of old white voters who tend to vote Republican, but yeah, there's also influx of Puerto Ricans and minority population into that state, and those people tend to vote for the Democratic Party. But yeah, I'll explain it later in my next video. But for now, the state of Minnesota would go to Biden. Yeah, it's the state that the race was close in 2016, but Trump lost that state. And in 2016, Hillary Clinton was the Democratic candidate, and Clinton was extremely unpopular. And yeah, Biden is different, and he would definitely be able to call out those working class voters to vote for him. And now the state of Pennsylvania would go to Biden, definitely, because it's a state in which he was born, and since he was born in the state of Pennsylvania, he's a Midwesterner. Biden has that Midwestern appeal, and yeah, he would be able to win over in the Rust Belt area. And since he's Obama vice president too, he would definitely win in the state of Michigan and Wisconsin. These two states voted for Barack Obama twice. Although there are red trends in these two states, they have Republican governors, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the state wouldn't vote Democratic again in the presidential election. And so this puts Biden on top with 271 electoral votes now. So he's just slipped across that 270 electoral votes threshold, and he basically wins the entire election now. But now let's continue with the state of New Hampshire. I think it would go to Biden, because Trump narrowly lost that state to Hillary Clinton, and as I said, Biden is not Clinton. Biden is a strong candidate, and he's admired by a lot of Democrats, while Clinton was unpopular even within her own party. So yeah, the state of New Hampshire would go to Biden. And now the last state, Maine, it would go to Biden the rest. So this is the final electoral map of the scenario of the 2020 presidential election, which is possible, with Biden having 278 electoral votes and Trump having 260 electoral votes. So Biden narrowly edging out Trump in this presidential election, and finally becomes the president of the United States. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and you can like and share it if you like, and you can subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and you can comment down your suggestions below, and I'll see you all later. Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So today we have